If you've been complaining, the folks at Ball Arena heard you.
What I heard in our fan surveys was that it was too high.
Last month, Steve on Your Side looked at stadium food prices in Denver, and we consistently found Ball Arena had the highest prices on what we called stadium staples: soda, hot dogs, popcorn, beer, stuff like that.
A lot of it came down to just the way that the pricing was structured, with the way that our deal was structured with our vendor partner.
Amanda Caldwell is the executive director of event operations for Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, which owns the Nuggets, Avs, Mammoth, and Rapids, and Ball Arena. And she made a big announcement to us first, just as this new basketball and hockey season gets underway.
We are going to give our guests a fan-friendly menu, and that fan-friendly menu is going to be $5 items that are some of our most popular items.
What does fan-friendly pricing mean? A hot dog that used to be $7.50, now $5. A pretzel that sold for $8 is now $5. A fountain soda that once sold for $6.50 is now $5. And the Blockbuster, for sporting events only, 20 ounces of select domestic draft beer, $10. Meaning Ball Arena now has the cheapest in-game domestic draft beer of any stadium in Steve on Your Side survey, 50 cents an ounce, beating Coors Field and Mile High, which are both at 55 cents. It used to be 70 cents an ounce at Ball Arena, the most expensive.
What we were noticing across the country when we were looking at different venues that had done fan-friendly pricing is that they were seeing larger returns from guests that were saying, hey, this experience was better for us.
Caldwell says KSE has wanted to lower prices for a while, but contract terms with their vendor made it impossible until that deal was reworked this year. Other stadium owners have said slashing their prices on food actually increased their sales. Time will tell at Ball Arena.
We didn't take this into consideration and go, oh, we don't think this is going to help our revenue in the grand scheme of things. It will. But I also think that in the grand scheme of things, it may not, and that's okay.
So if you want these deals, you're going to have to seek them out. There is one concession stand on each level that will have those $5 deals. Section 112, 319, and in the club level, it's the grab and go section outside Colorado Social, the Colorado Social grab and go section in club level if you're fancy like that. If you did not catch all of this, we'll give you a chance. We put it all on our website. So if you text the word menu to 303-871-1491, we will send you this article, which has all the food prices in it and all the concession stand locations where you can find those prices. They say, by the way, that they'll have some wayfinding signs inside once you get inside Ball Arena to let you know about the fan-friendly prices. For now, we are live outside Ball Arena. Steve Stager, Steve on Your Side.
I like that, fan-friendly prices. All the prices should be fan-friendly with the amount of money people spend on tickets.
You know, that was the argument we were making in the last piece, is that, you know, it gets more and more expensive to go to these games, and, you know, if people want to eat, you just add to that. But in these cases, the trend in stadiums is that they're starting to offer cheaper menus. So we'll see how this works out. Again, they don't know if they're going to make more money on something like this, but we can tell you that a lot of the owners that have done this in other markets say that they've seen their sales increase. People want more when they can get it for cheaper.
Yeah, right. Even if there's a long line, get there early, right, Steve? I know you spend your money on parking and all the other stuff, the swag, all the stuff you got to buy, so then you get the cheap food.
Yeah. And how about a little goodwill?
Unless you're willing to walk in, you know, my parking trick.
You got that too for us.
Let's
okay.
put that up there too. All right, Steve, thank you.
Top secret. Yep.